No, no, no. Thank you for asking good questions. They were great questions. I am curious, however, to know if you feel like anything other than recognition is needed.
Uh, to some to some extent, I, it's really hard with the whole. I don't know what you've only got so many choices. You can recognize it could happen or that it happened. You can pay for what happened. You know, you reparations type of thing. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's a tough question. I don't know because you ask it the wrong way, somebody's going to get upset. Like I didn't have anything to do with it. You know, you ask it the right way, I'll give them $3 million a piece. You know, it's I don't know I don't know how to answer that. To tell you the truth.
Without limitations, though, what do you think personally that would be justifiable?
Without limitations, I would say, especially in the South, any land that was snatched that could be documented needs to be returned. That'd be number one. Um, or people that were displaced and stuff. That should be number one. Um, if it could be proven that properties or anything was taken, that should be restored. Um, I'm just not comfortable with the wholesale every descendant to this person should get some benefit because the person was enslaved. I don't know how you would even make that work. In a perfect world, hey, they took your land, who's ever on that land right now, you're gone, they get it back. That ain't gonna happen. I mean, when it comes right down to it. Monetarily wise, you know, you displace these people, you took them from their home, you know, you did this, you did that, and the other thing. Get it? That probably isn't going to happen either. You know, so I know there were some efforts in California. I know the whole Tulsa thing. It's just a tough nut to crack with all the stereotypes going on and people set in their ways and it's not my issue, it's a 200-year-old issue, why should I pay, I'm not a racist because my granddad was, you know, that type of thing. But people can change and people do. And if they come up to the realization that, yeah, this was a problem, first of all, I don't think there's a whole lot, there's a vast majority of people, certainly in the country, that thought it was a problem. It was a big problem, you know. I mean, you're talking Civil War stuff here, but I think a lot of people, hey, that was 200 years ago. You know, what am I supposed to do about it? It wasn't a problem. They helped build the country. Hey, blacks built the White House for God's sakes. Really? You know, so what did you? It's difficult. So I really even in a perfect world, you know, I'm a realist at heart, and unless you get, you know, four-fifths of society to agree with something, surely half of it ain't gonna do it. So, and then what do you do? And then how do you discern who gets what, who was where? You know, records weren't all that good. They're surely not going to go by my word for it. You know, hey, he took my grandfather's farm. You know, well, that could be documented one way or the other. Wouldn't have his? Well, it probably could, but at some point when they got displaced, what are you going to do? I mean, it's gone. It's over at that point. So it's just a memory never to let it happen again, which I doubt that that's going to ever that well, it won't happen again, at least in this country, at any rate. But to some degree, low poverty is or poverty is an enslavement. I mean, it's not necessarily somebody having power over you, but you not be able to sustain yourself and your family and your life. That's a form of oppression in and of itself, you know. And it would be nice if a lot more people would be worrying about uplifting people as opposed to, well, this guy is paying 28% tax rate. He should only pay 20. Really? It's just some of the ridiculousness is just one guy could probably feed this, you know, supply the whole budget for the WIC program, for example. One person in the United States could supply that whole deal, you know, but once you get it, you don't want to get rid of it, at least not that way. So what do you do?